Google just locked its most powerful AI tools behind a $100 monthly paywall. While everyone is talking about those expensive upgrades, Google quietly released a free AI model that bypasses the traditional method of generating text. Almost nobody noticed this release because attention was focused on high-profile upgrades like 3D world building and background coding tools. This is what Google announced, what is locked behind the paywall, and why this overlooked free release is the central AI story of the year. Most AI chatbots answer questions, but fail when you ask them to execute the actual labor of a project. Even after a bot responds, a human still has to search sources, organize files, and write code to get a finished result. Google is attempting to bridge this specific gap between receiving an answer and completing the work. The company is upgrading NotebookLM with Gemini 3.5 and the new anti-gravity platform. This change allows each individual notebook to function like a secure cloud computer rather than a simple chat interface. The system writes Python code, executes it in the background, and generates finished files without manual oversight. Internal testing shows the system outperformed previous versions in 78.2% of online research and source discovery tasks. To support these tasks, Google added more than 100 built-in software skills designed to improve the quality of the final output. This transition moves AI from a passive interface to a digital worker that operates independently. Imagine a data analyst working with spreadsheets from a dozen different sources. Usually, that person cleans and formats everything manually, but NotebookLM handles the logic through a single prompt. The AI identifies the sources, processes the raw data, and writes its own code to organize the information. It then exports finished files in formats like Excel, PowerPoint, or JSON. Automating this specific workflow removes the hours of manual formatting typically required for a single report. Google is also applying this automation to the way humans speak to one another. They are launching Gemini 3.5 Live Translate to handle real-time voice conversations. The system maintains tone and emotion while translating, making the output match the original speaker's style. This will start in the Google Translate app before expanding to Google Meet. At scale, the technology will support more than 2,000 language combinations. The system focuses on the context of the interaction, aiming to communicate the meaning and intent behind the words. However, testing shows quality drops when translating rare languages. The platform also requires a stable internet connection because there is currently no offline mode. And this move toward generating digital spaces relies entirely on one specific architectural decision. That decision starts with how Project Genie processes space in real time. You type a prompt or upload an image, and the system generates a fully explorable 3D environment. You can walk through these worlds in first-person or third-person view, while the environment continues generating around you. This feature is currently available in more than 140 countries. While this represents the peak of immersive, real-time spatial generation, it carries a specific requirement for the average user. Project Genie and the advanced agentic capabilities inside NotebookLM are restricted to Google's new Ultra subscription tier. Google AI Ultra starts at $99.99 per month, and higher tiers reach nearly $200 per month for expanded usage limits. Some creators could spend more than $1,200 every year just to access these premium tools. For many students, researchers, and independent creators, those costs are unrealistic. Google Omni, the multimodal model capable of generating video from almost any input, is restricted to paid subscribers. The current ecosystem forces users into a restrictive cloud renting model just to access top-tier capabilities. But while the industry focuses on subscriptions, Google quietly released a free experimental model. The model is called Diffusion Gemma. It utilizes an architecture that shifts the mechanics of text generation. Traditional language models generate text one word at a time, but Diffusion Gemma generates an entire block of text simultaneously. It rapidly improves and refines this block, much like how AI image generators transform blurry images into finished artwork. Moving away from a linear assembly line to this top-down rendering approach provides developers with a different blueprint for building future language systems. By processing text in parallel blocks, Diffusion Gemma can exceed 1,000 tokens every second. Achieving those speeds requires high-end hardware, such as NVIDIA's H100 GPU. Google specifies that Diffusion Gemma is not a replacement for Gemma 4 in quality. It functions as a specialized tool for code editing and maintaining context across long passages. This model is free and can run locally on your own machine. You will need a hardware setup with approximately 18 gigabytes of VRAM or more to deploy it. Possessing specialized models locally provides an independent alternative to massive cloud subscriptions. Google has confirmed that Gemini 3.5 Pro will launch next month with additional anti-gravity integrations. Students in Indonesia, Japan, the United Kingdom, and Brazil will also receive complimentary access to Gemini Pro and NotebookLM through July 2026. Questions remain regarding how future pricing will react to open-source competition and whether Project Genie will eventually reach lower tiers. The market remains in a volatile transition phase where future standards are still unpredictable. The most vital release this week was not the marketed product, but the free experimental model. This release demonstrates that high-tier capability no longer mandates a cloud dependency, providing an alternative to the industry's standard subscription models. Would you rather pay $100 every month for cloud-hosted AI agents, or invest in hardware and run extremely fast AI models locally for free? Let me know in the comments. If this video gave you value, smash that like button and subscribe to The AI Explainer for daily AI updates, and hit the bell so you never miss a breakdown. Stay sharp, stay ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.